there. Welcome to my humble studio. And you've always wondered, but this is Randy, your round mound of podcast sound, pound for pound, the best podcast around. Just a little, I might talk about some of the mistakes I made in the last podcast, and I know there were a couple, and maybe what's upcoming in my next podcast, which would be 203. But I did say 201 when I posted one of my podcasts, and it might say 201, but it's actually 202. And I tried every which way to try and edit it. But when you only do something, once a year, if that, and you make a mistake, or once, twice, whatever, you don't remember, I should start writing things down. But at least I know my audio is getting to the camera. And the only camera I have is my phone at the moment. And just to get you an idea of what's going on here, and my chain of devices, and here we have the Rodecaster Pro 2. And I'm taking baby steps into video, so just bear with me. I don't know if I'll ever post a whole show on the U of tubes, because they're become quite restrictive. I don't like touching my mic at all once I get it set. I see people do that a lot when they got it on a boom arm like this. But I will look back. And my eye doctor says I have droopy eyelids. No, I'm not extremely tired. I'm extremely frustrated as because I was trying to set up this whole complex deal. I got another monitor here. As you see, a smaller one, Philips. But I was trying to get my logo, which you see on this one. It's a little overexposed, but I thought if I bring that down, I'd bring myself down and be too dark. I know there's a setting for it. I'm using Open Camera, the app, free app, and set to the highest HD quality as far as video goes, at least the last time I messed with it. And I do have the Rodecaster cabled up. It is not Bluetooth audio. And I did notice that the cabled audio does sound better. And over here, I have my Dell Octaplex. I got to watch where I'm pointing and talk a little bit louder because I'm away from, well, I guess I will touch it a little bit. I have to delve into editing OBS and all that good stuff, because they say, according to Mr. Bandrew, his YouTube channel is Podcastage, I believe, the all-knowing guru of microphones and audio in general, or you might, as far as equipment goes and microphones, you might check him out. Or Curtis Judd is another one who will take you through a lot of demos of equipment. And most will say whether they bought the stuff or Rode. See, I'm a Rode fanboy, yes. I got a PSA 1 boom arm, a Rodecaster, a Procaster microphone. They don't confuse the names of some of these items. I'm using the Rodecaster Pro 2 to go into the phone, and I'm using the Rode Procaster microphone with a foam pop filter, which I found from out from Bandrew. You to get rid of plosives. If you need a little bit more of that, you should pull out the pop filter a little, like halfway off your mic to kind of improve it. But he was rating pop filters, and I do have one with kind of the silk insert with the nice border around it, and I also do have one which kind of has the jagged edges and doesn't look as nice. It look as pretty, but that one is he found out to be the best, at least according to his audio setup, and he gives you all the doobly-doo, as he would put it, or however he gives you all the specs and what his chain of devices are. And I was trying to I have a Windows 7 machine on the other side of this Primo white folding plastic table. I watch television shows that show videos, and this type table has been much maligned by people who play beer pong, and it's either been tipped over or by somebody who's extremely smashed, or jumped onto by somebody from a second floor, and of course they're extremely smashed as well. But and I did so I couldn't get what I wanted to work from. I was trying to route my graphic there. It's a little washed out, but there are rainbow colors around the microphone there. And the Infotainment podcast. And you can tell through the wire I won't tip up the microphone. Now I'm wondering, I hope I'm not wasting my time and seeing this just go on there crazily on my Facebook Infotainment page, but we shall see. I guess I will announce this video on my next podcast. And I did win these very tiny LED twinkle lights in a bingo game. A short little string, but they're pretty enough. So I tried to jazz it up a little bit. It's nowhere near the looks of some of these professional streamers and the people that want this thing to do absolutely everything for content creators. The Rodecaster Pro 2. Maybe I'll just call it the Pro 2, and I do have the Pro 1, which I have sitting on the couch, which I can't use because my recliner is in front of it in this smaller apartment. But my apartment is rapidly becoming a electronic storage area. But that Windows 7 machine is back there, and I tried to hook that up, and then I forgot. Oh, yeah. You might want to use a keyboard and a mouse, and all my mice. I'm just use the decks, I sound like Buster Brooks. But I got a bunch of wireless mice, but I just got frustrated with them because of the frustrated with them like that. and I said yes, but because of their battery placement, that was one thing. But when I got too many of those wireless plugs hooked into the computer, they just kind of conflicted with each other and didn't work. So I just said proper screwdriver tool this and go back to corded stuff. But I will keep going a little bit, and let's just make sure this is... I wish I was getting a thing that I'm actually... Of course, this is a very trial and error thing I'm doing. I also got a bottle of bacon soda. You know, bacon goes with everything. That's from the largest candy store in Minnesota. And if you ever are in Minnesota, it is well worth a trip there. If you're going to the Minneapolis, St. Paul area, it's along 169. And they umpteen chocolate bars. You're not Hershey. And which some people that are into chocolate really poo-poo as not being chocolate at all. But on one side is pretty much sodas and stuff with all sort of unique names. And this has not been in the fridge since I got it in Estes Park, Colorado about a year ago. It's kind of a deal with my sister-in-law. She listened to one of my podcasts, and I was talking about bacon a long time ago. I think it was like podcast number 3 or something of the audio versions of this. And I also have a bacon calendar, which I have not unwrapped. It's you can read it reversed there. But, okay, so that's kind of my setup. Then I got my computer running to a medium-sized Vizio, and the sound, of course, and I would like to think that I know Andrew, in order to kind of keep his status as the ultimate audio guru, he would probably nitpick my audio pretty badly as far as what goes on on the air, as far as my Infotainment audio netcast goes. You know, I don't even know if the Facebook video thing will allow this length of video to go on. But, well, I may tell of my adventures of this on the next podcast. I might talk about some lottery winners' woes. I saw a story for a new one today where somebody, I think, was killed, but I just sort of scanned the article quickly, and some different lottery winners' problems. And also there was a story about the proximity effect. You know, sometimes I do things about the dating scene in 2022, and And this is where the woman will get crushes on guys they wouldn't normally find attractive just because they're around them more frequently, like a coworker or whatever. And I'll have to go to the story, but I don't think they act on it. But I've worked at 2 different Godfather's pizzas in my day. Well, not all that long ago, if you believe that. And you can also believe that I'm wearing pants to, or you can believe that I'm wearing red hybrid boxer briefs because it has been a frustrating morning and I don't care. So, and I worked at 2 different Godfathers, and there were a couple of women from the St. Cloud, Minnesota Godfathers that I'm most assuredly married now with kids, or with kids, whatever. But just in case, one of them made Andy Rachel's, and yes, she was a girl, Andy and Jackie, I can't remember her last name. Just in case anybody from the St. Cloud area might actually listen to this, I did have a crush on both of them. But I digress. I got a little way off topic. But now you know what the round mound of sound looks like. After I announce that this is up on the air, I might do some more of these on Facebook, or I might try to delve into going to, what is another one, Rumble, and there's one called locals.com. And they're saying that Locals is pretty non-restrictive, and the men's channels that talk about men's issues are getting pretty restrictive on the algorithm, mommy, of course. And of course, they want only milk toast stuff on YouTube anymore, it seems. So I don't know if my program would stay up or get strikes against it right away for language and stuff. But I think that's going to be the end of it, because I don't know. I could go on, but I don't know how this is going to play on Facebook on my infotainment page. But if you like it, and you know somebody else who likes the audio version of the Infotainment podcast, look for this logo. There are rainbow colors around it, and that's if you don't see the right one at first, keep looking. I thought I got a real unique title, but of course it is used by others too. But my audio podcast can be found almost anywhere. For those who know podcasts, can most assuredly find it if they want to. And if you have been a long-time listener to the show and like it, you can refer it to your friends. And infotainmentpodcast.com. I know that research has shown that most podcasts are listened to by your phone or in your vehicle. So, but on the phone, the infotainmentpodcast.com doesn't come up as the same. I keep forgetting that And I expect the websites to come up the same on the phone versus a desktop computer, which is mine is the Dell 5050 and is old enough to actually have a DVD player. Some may ask, what is that? But the rapidly becoming ancient technology. And I may have a VCR around here too that I do not use. But this has been just some rambling from the host, and basically it's done by myself. And I do have another mic stand and mic. Before I learn some things about preparing good audio, I did buy a Blue Yeti. I know. It's not the worst thing in the world. And I was thinking ahead a little bit and got the Blue Yeti Pro with the XLR connector. So when I do have CJ help me with a podcast co-host, I can plug it into the Rodecaster Pro 2. So, and with that, I will say, I hope you have a pleasant day today and a happy ending tonight. And just so you know, it's 69 degrees here in Worthington, Minnesota. One of the, I think the only podcast that originates from here. And also, I hope you have a pleasant evening tonight. And a happy ending also. Giggity. Bye for now, folks.